Hey, everybody. Andy Swan, Landon Swan, the two founders of LikeFolio, coming to you with our earnings preview week. And we're heading into Q1, the biggest quarter of the year. Uh, we've got some big, bold Q1 predictions for you. Let's get into it right now with Market Pulse. Landon, you shared this one with me. I think it's probably one of the most important that we're going to have. It's a theme that we've already hit on a few times, but you think in Q1 we could have what's really a surprise winner in artificial intelligence.
That's right. You know what? One of my sort of sub predictions for Q1 is that we're going to have a massive increase in the number of companies mentioning AI in their earnings report in an attempt to bolster investor confidence and increase that share price. And I
Yeah.
think that's going to lead to a lot of analysts and investors writing off, right? Just kind of, whatever. It's all we hear about. And due to that, we're going to have one of these non-tech companies who are actually using AI and utilizing it to increase their bottom line by gaining more customers, streamlining their operations. They're going to mention it, but it's going to go under the radar because everyone else is mentioning it, and they're actually going to get things done. And I think this is going to be a big winner for Q1 is a non-tech company surprising with AI innovations that really bolster their earnings.
Yeah, I think it's really the last half of 2023 was all about the chip makers and that picks and shovels of artificial intelligence. But now we're getting into the real meat of it. And I think we've already spotted a few companies, and I think you're right. Q1 will spot even more that are not creating AI technologies, but using it to make their business better, to make their product better, to make their processes more efficient and reduce costs. I think it's going to be a huge trend throughout 2024. I really love the surprise AI winner prediction. The next prediction that we have is really in the small cap space, which was overlooked until the last part of 2023. But Landon, we're seeing a small cap company. We can't give away the name of it. Obviously, this is for our subscribers, but I want to tease it out there because I think people's attention should go to small caps. And this chart is proving why.
Yeah, this is anytime you see a chart like this, you get excited. It's up and to the right at a very sharp angle. It's producing right now a very high score. They don't report just yet, but usually when you get a score this high this early, it's going to hang around and maybe won't be as high as 91 when their earnings come out, but 70 at the worst, maybe something like that. It's very excited when this company reports. And again, you just got to follow the data, and the data is screaming at us right now.
Yeah, this is a wellness company. Again, it's a small cap company. If you're listening, the chart that we're showing is the number of mentions of the consumer demand and web visits for this company specifically, and it's just sharply up and to the right. Earnings score of 91 at the moment. We'll see where it is when they actually report, but we think we're going to be making a really nice aggressive bet on a wellness small cap company. I think there'll be a bunch of those throughout the year, not necessarily in wellness, but in the small cap
Yep.
space. I think that there's some really pent up demand. Some of these are spring loaded to trigger in Q1 and beyond. All right, the next one we got to get into. I think that there's a little bit of undue market euphoria because we had really seven stocks that absolutely dragged the rest of the market up with them throughout 2023. In fact, responsible for, I think, close to 100% of S&P gains really came down to just seven companies. So while everybody's toasting champagne and looking back on a great year of 2023, we do see some trouble ahead, especially for at least one or two of those seven companies. Some in the AI space may have gotten a little ahead of themselves, but we're also just starting to see some deterioration of the consumer that worries us a little bit because not that things are going to turn around and necessarily go into a recession. I'm not sure we're there yet, but the way that those big seven stocks behaved in 2023, it's almost like they're priced to perfection for 2024.
Agreed. And yeah, just like you said, it's so concentrated that there's this false sense of security that the markets are doing really well when it's just a few companies. So yeah, I'm very interested to see how this plays out, but we definitely see some trouble, potential trouble on the horizon.
Yeah, and I think the way that we can get through that and the way that we can think about that at LikeFolio is I think it's going to become even more of a stock pickers market outside of those seven. I think there's going to be some really big winners. But speaking of which, we also love it when people email into us, Andy at LikeFolio.com, Landon at LikeFolio.com. We get these emails all the time, and occasionally we like to bring it up. Ask the Swans. So today's question on Ask the Swans is, which companies did you see winning the Q4 holiday spending spree? And we're just going to give it away here, Landon.
Yeah, I think it's generous of us, but this is really good data. It's too good to hold on to. At the top, we'll just start there. Lulu doing extremely well, plus 20% on a year-over-year basis for that holiday season. Decker Outdoors, I don't know, surprise. I didn't see this one coming. Obviously, this is why we track data. This
Well,
is
yeah, Deckers Outdoor owns Uggs boots, and I'm going to challenge everybody that's listening to go home tonight. If you've got kids, grandkids, nieces, nephews, ask them if they know anyone that's bought Uggs in the last 3 months, and I think you're going to get a 100% yes response. And then on the counter side of that, ask them if anybody's buying Crocs anymore. Okay, so I think that's going to be an awesome pair trade. Decker's Outdoor, ticker symbol DECK, absolutely booming with consumers. Crocs, CROX, going the wrong way. Potential pair trade there in the footwear space.
agreed. I love that one. Under Armour is actually another one that took me
Yeah.
a little off guard here. I love to see that one at plus 13%. Very interesting with all that's happening with Nike, Foot Locker, Dick's, all of that. That one's going to be one to watch for sure, but I love to see them making a comeback.
Yeah, and then I was talking to Megan, who's the head of our research desk. I said, we've got an Ask the Swans. Let's throw Brantley in there, Megan, and ask her. And she said, you know what? I've done a lot of doctor's visits. She's got a newborn. I've done a lot of doctor's visits, been to a lot of medical facilities, and everybody's wearing figs. FIGS is absolutely popping in the healthcare sector with those professionals. They are wearing figs. And the other thing that she said is, we're just not going to count out Ulta Beauty anytime soon. They have really laid the foundation to continue to benefit from the massive boom in skincare, skin wellness, and cosmetics. Form some awesome partnerships, and the consumer data continues to stay strong on that.
Love it.
So that's our holiday winners. That's going to wrap up today. I want to encourage everybody, make sure you check out what we're doing at LikeFolio from an earnings season pass perspective. It's a product we have dedicated to trading earnings. I think if you have a portfolio full of stocks that could be headed for trouble, you want to know it. If you're looking at stocks that are on these lists and popping with consumers, you want to know that so that you can get in earlier before earnings. And if you're in any way interested in trading, we've got some unbelievable ways for people to minimize risk, maximize return, and keep duration short with earnings trading, something we've been going through all week as we go into this Q1 season. It's one of my favorite ways to trade, Landon. And with that, I think we'll wrap it up. Landon, any thoughts as we head into this kind of beginning of the Q1 earnings season?
I think the main thing is follow the data. If you've got a hunch from your friends and family, then check it out on LikeFolio. And if it matches up, go for it, because the data is there to tell us things that we don't know. And it's just not wrong. It's millions of people telling us their opinions, what they're doing. And it's just a very valuable source of alpha and just insight onto the markets.
Awesome. Love it. Thank you all for joining us. We'll be back with you soon. Make sure that you're following LikeFolio in all the applicable channels and that you're getting our free daily drop. Go to likefolio.com to make sure that you're getting that. Thank you.